Let's get it. Let's go. Um, Technical difficulties would not allow me to do the show the way I normally do it with the Iceman on there, man. Sorry about that. That is my bad. Uh, Huge apology to the fam that loves to have the Iceman in to chop it up. That's my guy, man, and it's tough anytime I couldn't get the show done with him. So my apologies. I'm just going in here, making sure that everything is able for us to hear. Everything is good. Yo, what's going on? Shout out. This is your big homie, DFS Jerusalem. You can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Today, we're going to be breaking down the NFL slate. We're going to be using some RotoQL to take a look at what we've got here. We're going to be going through those motions with that. And we're going to be building some lineups inside of the VIP. So if you're watching on YouTube right now, yo, much love to you, man. Shout out to you if you're watching on YouTube. But we're going to be going over to the Facebook VIP once we break down the slate in its entirety. And that's where we're going to begin to build some lines and to, try to grab a hold of this Week 11 slate. So there's only a few more weeks left, a few more meaningful weeks of football left. So we've got to be sure that we can capitalize on that. How'd you guys do on NBA tonight? Pretty good NBA night for me so far. I still got some DK stuff going on. Trying to make it happen there. Shouts to the homie Curtis Nickerson. Good to see you in here. And yo, it was tough getting this stream off of the ground, bro. I had insane amount of difficulties tonight, and I hate when that happens. So looking forward to a really solid slate of NFL. Someone they don't like the Iceman. That's my dude. That's my dude. So shout out to the Iceman for being with us, man. And we're gonna be opening up on YouTube. But I'm getting everything together, making sure I've got everything I need in order to get through the stream, the right way. Make sure we got everything done. Okay. Looking for. Bam. Cool. See the live chat, see the comments. Corey Randall, what's up, big homie? Daniel Boston, what's up, big homie? Look at Dijon, the big homie. What's going on, bro? All right, let's go. All right, first game we got on the slate is going to be Detroit. Detroit Lions going to Chicago to take on the Bears. This is a 41-point total. The Bears are the home dog. Usually, there's a lot of fight in the home dog. We saw the Detroit Lions coming off of an amazing performance offensively last week. Namely, Matt Stafford, this could be a Marvin Jones game. So I'm going to be going through like my top 5 quarterbacks as we go through this and taking a look at some of the stacks that I really do like. This is a good spot for me. So you look at Chicago Bears, Tom Brady at 7.4 at the QB spot. You got Alex Smith, Derek Carr. Like there's not a lot to pay up for at all here. So you can pretty much play whoever you want to play, and you should be good. You should be good. So Paulie D says the crazy wind expected in East Rutherford, 25 to 35 mile per hour wind with gust up to 45 degrees, and that is a factor. That's a major key in your roster build. Should be taking into account the weather concerns and what's going on in each specific city. So back to Chicago, the Windy City, we got a 41-point total. The Bears are a home dog, getting 3 points from the Detroit Lions. The Lions are still in position to make the playoffs, and this is a division game, so it's going to be a tough game, right? This is what now I'm not going to say that Matt Stafford is unplayable here. I'm not going to say that. It's just that the Bears defense has been pretty decent so far this season, and you're looking at them with a solid running game. Jordan Howard, who I already like, and the reason and me liking Jordan Howard, everyone else liking Matt Stafford, really makes me want to take a look at the Bears defense. 2.7, very cheaply priced. I can get behind them. Mitch Trubisky, not a quarterback that I do want to play at all. A couple of guys that could strike me as playable in terms of the receivers. You look at Kendall Wright at 3.1, very cheaply priced. A lot of folks have been talking about Dontrell Inman. I have no interest in Dontrell Inman. Maybe some Adam Shaheen at the second tight end at 2.5 could be usable if you're in a salary jam and you're trying to get some value there. On the other side, I think if you wanted to complete, I'm not saying stack Chicago, but those are just a few guys from that game or from that lineup that I could play. On the other side, my favorite receiver here is going to be Marvin Jones Jr. at 5.6. I love the fact that you get a huge discount from Golden Tate to Marvin Jones is what, 1,200 DraftKings points. That DraftKings 1,200 DraftKings dollars. So that is insane. That's a huge discount you're going to get for a guy that's going to be in a much better matchup than Golden Tate is. So I can use him here. If you like Matt Stafford, I can dig it. It makes sense. I don't have a problem with it. I wouldn't full-on stack Detroit here. I would go Stafford and pair him with Marvin Jones. Eric Ebron at 3.3 is fairly interesting. Possibly somebody that I could get into. Let's take a look at the next game. It's going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And usually, I would just say this every week. Usually I would say this every week. You just go ahead and you attack the Cleveland Browns defense. You start whatever guys is playing against Cleveland. But the funny thing is, Blake Bortles is scary, man. Blake Bortles is scary. That dude can go out and throw 3 picks. He can send the worst cornerback to the Pro Bowl with his play. And at 5.2, he's very cheap. And it's not like he has a stud receiving prospect that can save him. You know what I mean? It's not like he has a. It's not like a shitty quarterback with Stephon Diggs. It's not like the Minnesota situation where you've got Case Keenum with Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen. No, this is Blake Bortles throwing to a bunch of guys that are not very good. You look at Marcus Lee, Keelan Cole, D.D. Westbrook. These guys are not very good receivers, and they're young receivers too. So that's what's going to keep me away from playing. That's what's going to keep me from playing Blake Bortles here. I don't love it at all. Then you got Fournette with the injury concern. He's priced at 8.2. I say that's not a guy that I would even love to play. The Iceman says that the wind is 20 miles per hour in Cleveland. That is definitely going to affect that game. I definitely agree with that. And that's going to make this more of a running situation. And we've seen teams kind of get off on Jacksonville in terms of the run. So you look at Isaiah Crowell at 4.1. He is a guy that I do think we can consider. And then, do I want to play the Browns defense against Blake Bortles? I don't want to disrespect Blake Bortles that bad. I don't think that they're going to shut Jacksonville out of the end zone and they're not going to score some points. It's just, if I had to play anybody from this game, it would be Isaiah Crowell. Maybe some TJ Yeldon at 4K. Yes, I can get behind him. But no Blake Bortles for me. I can't do that. No Blake Bortles for me. No Blake Bortles. Next game we got is going to be the Baltimore Ravens going to Green Bay to take on the Packers. This is one of my favorite defenses of the week. I'm talking about the Ravens here. And I really wish that they had a beast-style running back that I could really get behind. Woodhead at 4.4 is actually usable, as is Alex Collins. Either or. I do like the Ravens defense at 3.4. I think Brett Hundley is a horrible quarterback. And this is going to go both ways, though. This is going to go both ways. Because this game either goes one or two ways. The Ravens defense plays great, and they absolutely shut the Green Bay Packers down. Or we see the Packers kind of light it up. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of them are so cheaply priced that if Baltimore doesn't shut the Packers out, that means you're going to get an insane amount of value by playing some of the Green Bay players. I mean, you look at Devontae Adams is priced up at 6.2, right? You look at Devontae Adams 5.3. Jordy Nelson is 4.7. What world do we live in where Jordy Nelson is 4.7? Crazy. Oh, yes. Jeremy Maclin, too, is also in play at 4.5. I forgot to mention that. Yes, he's also in play. You look at Devontae Adams priced at 5.3. This guy is cheap. Randall Cobb is 3.9. Randall Cobb is 3.9. What world do we live in that Randall Cobb is priced under 4K? You know what I'm saying? Well, I can tell you what world. It's a world without Aaron Rodgers. So this game is going to go one or two ways. Either I mean, if you get this game right, you could really put yourself in solid spots because, I mean, these guys could actually crush the Green Bay Packers receivers, or they could get completely shut down. It depends on the quarterback play of Brett Hundley. So if you like any of these receivers, I say if you like them, pair them with Brett Hundley. You could also see Randall Cobb get some snaps at the running back spot too. So this is a game that I really want you all to pay attention to. Cobb is a must play. You know, it's on a stick like this. It's hard to say anybody's a must play. Especially in this situation, because the Ravens are a pretty good defense, especially against the run. Like, they ain't no joke. They're pretty good. And Brett Hundley is horrible. You know what I mean? So this game could go. You got to get it right. All right? Next game we got is going to be the Arizona Cardinals going to Houston to take on the Texans here. You got Tom Savage at 4.4. You got Blaine Gabbert at 4.9. I mean, this slate is so rife with shitty quarterbacks. There's so many bad quarterbacks. I mean, we shouldn't have a problem selecting a solid defense. There should be a lot of defensive points scored this week. It really should be, man. On the other side, again, you look at CJ Fedorowicz at 3.1. I think he's very playable. We know that the quarterback will oftentimes check down to the tight end whenever he doesn't see a lot of things open up down the field. Lamar Miller at 5K, not a play that I'm really interested in. Neither is Adrian Peterson at 6K. This is just a game that I can fade this game altogether. I really could. I really could. What I could do is I could play maybe some Cardinals defense against Tom Savage, and I would, why would you play DeAndre Hopkins against Patrick Peterson? Like, I wouldn't do that. Like, I wouldn't play Ellington with Fuller out. We did talk about that some in the shop where you could play Bruce Ellington with Fuller out. We did talk about that some, and he's at minimum salary at 3K. But just remember, bro, this is Tom Savage we're talking about. This is Tom Savage we're talking about. So you want to curb your enthusiasm when you're playing quarterbacks this bad, right? Next game we got is going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Miami Dolphins. Remember, this is Tampa Bay's makeup game. Ryan Fitzpatrick, 5.3. I kind of like him here in this spot. I've got no issue if you want to play Ryan Fitzpatrick. I even like Doug Martin here at 4.5. I am going to stack them. I like Fitzpatrick, Doug Martin. I think that Mike Evans is also in play. Deshaun Jackson is interesting to me, as is Cameron Brate. I really like Tampa here. It's a 42-point total. The game is going to be in Miami. It's only a 1-point differential here. I don't think the weather should be a huge issue. All right. So Jake Cutler on the other hand looks to be playable if you like. I don't really love him too much, but I think maybe him, Kenyon Drake. If you want to look for a pass catching back, a guy like Damian Williams could be in play. Maybe some Jarvis Landry. So are we saying we can stack Miami? Oh my God. Are we saying the Miami stack is in play? People are scared to play Cutler. He's not going to see a ton of ownership. And I heard some of the touts this weekend talk about playing the homie in this spot. Kenny Stills being questioned. We got to find out exactly what's going on with Kenny Stills, because if he is out, that really does up the value for Landry and Parker, and even Julius Thomas at 2.8, who this team is not great against tight ends. Miami is bad against tight ends. That opens up for Cameron Brate. I like Cameron Brate this week at 4.2. I do. Paulie D says don't play Hopkins. I definitely agree with that. Don't play Hopkins. This game we got the Los Angeles Rams and the Minnesota Vikings. Last week we advised each other in the shop to just stack the Rams, and that ended up really, really good. Can we do that again this week? Probably not. Minnesota Vikings, one of the better defenses in the league. This is a 45.5-point total, though. It's only a 2.5-point spread. You've got 21 projected for the Rams. You've got 24 projected for Minnesota. So they are projected to get the win at the crib. Case Keenum, 5.1, is playable in my opinion, as is Jerick McKinnon. I do like Stephon Diggs. I think he bounces back from last week. Adam Thielen is also a guy that's in play. Adam Thielen is in play. He really is. Kyle Rudolph, 4.4. Don't really love him that much. On the other side, I think Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley is one of my favorite running back plays on the slate, and I think it's because he's gotten so involved. He's gotten so involved in the pass game, and you see how good Minnesota is against the run, how good they've been this year against the run. I do like Todd Gurley this week. I think that he does get involved in the passing game, and I wouldn't have an issue playing him as well. You look at Sammy Watkins at 4.4. Looks to be usable because we saw the price jump up on Robert Woods. And I can't bring myself to pay $6K for Robert Woods, even after what he did last week. I just don't like it. I can't get there. So Jared Goff, of course, he's going to be in play some. Next game we got is going to be the Washington Redskins and the New Orleans Saints. There's a couple things I love about this game. Number one, you got Drew Brees at home. And anytime you see Drew Brees at home, you got to raise an eyebrow, bro. You got to raise an eyebrow. 53-point total. They're at the crib, giving up 8.5. The one problem that we've been having with the New Orleans Saints is we don't know which weeks they're going to pass a lot, which weeks they're going to run a lot. The game script usually doesn't tell us. The game script going in usually is not what we see when the game starts. Like you have Kamara and Ingram priced up, and I think that's gonna kind of force me to think this could be more of a passing game. You look at what the Washington Redskins do on the other side; they don't run the ball very well either. So I could definitely see both of these teams kind of air it out. And not only while everybody runs over to Drew Brees, who's priced at 6.8, good price on Drew Brees. While everybody runs over to Drew Brees, I'm gonna get my fill of Kirk Cousins. I really like Kirk Cousins this week, man. I think that a Washington stack is definitely in play. You got Cousins. I like Chris Thompson, priced down at 5.4. I think Jamison Crowder is in play. We know Vernon Davis at 4.6 is definitely a guy that we can use. And, quick question about Niles Paul, because we know Terrell Pryor is going to be out. Ryan Grant's questionable. Niles Paul is questionable. What do you all think about Niles Paul? Like, if he gets the start and gets the bulk of the snaps, I could definitely see him in. I'm on the 11 game slate. That's where I'm at. I'm on 11 game slate. Let's take a look at some news from Niles Paul, man. He is listed as questionable from Sunday's game against the Saints. Paul, he missed the Redskins' last 2 games with a head injury, but the team will wait and see if he can clear the NFL's concussion protocol in time to suit up Sunday. If active Week 11, he would serve as the top back of the tight end, Vernon Davis. Cool. So that's why I'm going to be going, yeah, I like Vernon Davis. This is a good spot, bro. This is good. All of the receivers are cheap. You got Kirk Cousins at 6.1. I really like Washington this week. I'm gonna say that. I like Washington this week. On the other side, not a big fan of Michael Thomas this week at 7.4. Don't really love him. Brandon Coleman, 3K. That could be the 3K play of the week. I like him. I think that Kamara, one of the pass catching backs, is going to be in play. This could be a Kamara game here. As a pass catcher, I can see him. But I love the Redskins this week though. I really do. I got no issue playing them. Next game we got going to be my New York Giants at the crib in a 45-point total against the Kansas City Chiefs. Alex Smith, man, a lot of people are like slick dicking and saying that, oh man, I just don't know. I don't know if I could play Alex Smith, man, because everybody, he's gonna be chalk. Everybody likes Alex Smith. You can play Alex Smith. Ronald Cody says the Iceman says to lock in Kelsey. And any other week where there's more to pay up for, I wouldn't be fond of paying 7.3 for a tight end. But Travis Kelsey in this spot, look at the Giants, man. You can't right now name another week. Name a week where the New York Giants haven't given up a passing touchdown to tight ends. I'll wait. Exactly. We are one of the worst teams. We are the worst team in the league against tight ends. I don't care what the stats say. It is bad and it's horrible. Sterling Shepard is unlikely to play, and you gotta look. No, Tavares King. I like him. 3.1. Roger Lewis, another guy, could be in play. This is one of the worst teams in the league. One of the worst teams in the league against the pass. You got Evan Ingram here. You got Eli Manning at 5.7. I like them this week. Yes, Sterling Shepard. Sterling was doubtful. I like it this week. Tavares King at 3.1. Roger Lewis. Those guys could be nice. They could definitely be nice. On the other side, Kareem Hunt, definitely playable at 8K. And I've heard some of the touts try to talk us off of playing Kareem Hunt. Just talking about how he's down to 75% of the projected snap count and things like that. And he was, at one point, he was getting all the snaps. That's bull, because Kareem Hunt is a very solid play this week. And one of my favorite running backs plays on the slate. Definitely can use him. You got Tyreek Hill, who I like. Of course, Alex Smith is in play at 6.7. Who else? Travis Kelsey, we talked about that already. And if you want to get like real jiggy with like a straight onslaught, you can definitely look to the Chief defense if you like. But I like this is a good game. 45-point total. I kind of like this game. But I love Hunt this week. Hunt is one of my favorite running back plays on the slate, without question. One of my favorite running back plays on the slate. Tom Sands said he likes Hunt more than Kelsey. It was funny because I heard them. They were saying like, "Oh yeah, you don't have to play Hunt." I don't. You're lying. Hunt is a dope play this week. He really is. Next game we got the Buffalo Bills going to Los Angeles, take on the Chargers. Phillip Rivers, easily one of my favorite quarterback plays on the slate. I love the price. Anytime you get Phillip Rivers under 6K, it makes him definitely usable. You got Melvin Gordon at 7.6, who's also usable. Even Keenan Allen, bro, is cheap at 5.9, and I like that. And this Buffalo Bills team, in my opinion, is in a disarray. Whenever I get a rookie quarterback coming out like that, whenever I have a rookie quarterback coming out like that, I am definitely going to be jumping on maybe a Charger defense here and there just to test the rookie and see if we can get some turnovers here. You look at LaShawn McCoy, definitely a guy's going to be in play. CharlesCLE, if he plays, I can see using him because a young quarterback's best friend is more often than not the tight end. So LaShawn McCoy, CharlesCLE, if he is healthy and he is playing. Don't give me no Zay Jones, none of that other shit. I'm good on the rest of that. I don't even want to touch a lot of the Buffalo guys, but I think some of that Charger defense is in play, as well as Keenan Allen, Melvin Gordon, and Phillip Rivers. I'm strongly favoring the Charger defense coming from the Iceman. Cool, yes, and you should be, man. You should be. A rookie quarterback, you got to show some love to the defense facing a rookie quarterback. Next game we got is going to be the Cincinnati Bengals going to Denver to take on the Broncos. 38.5 point total. You got the Denver Broncos are giving up 2.5. Brock Osweiler is the quarterback here. You got Devontae Booker, C.J. Anderson. You got Joe Mixon on the other side. Yo, this I could fade this game. I could fade this game. Don't really love this game. I don't. I could fade this game completely. Like there's nothing that really like jumps out to me and says I have to be involved in this game. I really don't. Like this is a fadeable game for me. Let me know if there's something that you actually love in this game. But this is a fadeable game for me, man. It really is. Let's take a look. Now we look at value tight end here. Tyler Kroft, man. This is one of the best teams in the league, or one of the worst teams in the league, excuse me, against tight ends. So you look at Tyler Kroft. AJ Green is always a guy that you could consider. He's just, that transcendent talent here. No problem with him. Andy Dalton, 4.8. God, man, I can't. Denver defense has given up. Jeremy Ladd, our resident Denver Broncos fan, says that the defense has given up. So who do you like here? I mean, we like Kroft at 2.9. We like him. Joe Mixon, I don't like a lot of this game. I don't. Maybe some Booker. C.J. Anderson is in play. If you want to look at the Bronco defense at 3.8, that's usable. Not a lot to love. There's not. Cincinnati defense will be the top D. Cincinnati will be the top defense. Okay, that's coming from John Adams. Yo, Adams says that Cincinnati defense is going to be the top defense on the week. So I'm going to highlight them, man, because, I mean, this is our player pool that you're building. Kroft and the Cincinnati defense coming from Jeremy Ladd. All right? Next game we got New England and the Oakland Raiders. Tom Brady at 7.4. Remember early in the season when Tom Brady was just ripping it up and people weren't playing him because he was priced up, and it was like, everybody's going to have him. He's priced up. Nah, I'm not going to play Brady. And so many people were not playing Brady. Like, we can't do that shit anymore. Brady's in play for me, bro. Brady's in play for me. I'm playing Brady. Rex Burkhead at 3.6. Because he's so cheap, he is usable. But so is Deion Lewis. So is James White. It's so hard to figure out who exactly is going to be like the lead dog as far as the running back goes. It's tough to figure that out. You got Brandon Cooks. Danny Amendola is questionable in this spot. So give me some Cooks. Rob Gronkowski can be a definite pivot. Rob Gronkowski can be a definite pivot from Kelsey. Like if you don't want to pay for Kelsey, or say if you got Kelsey in a lineup and you need 100 to grab this other guy that you really like, you can go right down to Gronk and be fine. You can go to Gronk and be fine. On the Oakland side, of course, Derek Carr is going to be in play here. I think this game could shoot out. It's a 54-point total. Okay, and the home dog, the Oakland Raiders, are at the crib, so you could definitely go Derek Carr here. Crabtree as well as Cooper are playable. If you want to get super jiggy with it, you can rock with some Seth Roberts, maybe some Jared Cook at 4.8. Those are going to be the guys that I like the most. So this is going to be a pretty solid 11-game slate, man. I advise you get in there and make shit happen, man. It's gonna be a pretty good one. I like this one. Cooks will be cheap. No, oh, Cooks will be chalk, especially with Hogan out. Definitely, he definitely will. He definitely will be. He definitely will be. Yeah, the game is in Mexico City. That's right. The game is in Mexico City. So there's gonna be more California people there than New England people there. Definitely. Bennett is a decent play. I just play Gronk. If I'm playing a tight end, I just play Gronk. I would just go there. The game is not Oakland. The game is in Mexico City. The game is in Mexico City. So, solid slate of games. Ready to get into it. If Hogan is out, I feel like it's a Dion Lewis game. It could be, man, because they're gonna need another pass catcher. Rex Burkhead doesn't catch the ball in the backfield, so they're gonna need another pass catcher. That's something to look at. Jared Cook seems to be a good play. I agree with that. I agree with Jared Cook as a solid play. I do. So let's go ahead and jump into VIP, man. We're gonna build some lines from scratch, work together, see what we can come up with, and hopefully they'll see us tomorrow night on the leaderboard. Yo, this of course has been your homie, the DFS Jerusalem. Let's check on my NBA lines, man. See what's happening. Let's go my FanDuel line on NBA. I think I might have fell out the money. Okay, I'm still in the money, barely. On DK, I'll be rocking on DK. I'm still in the money, barely. All right. Cool. So, yeah, let's go ahead, man. Let's make some money, man. Have a good solid NFL week, man, and get with me Monday. We're gonna be going over, of course, some games. Well, Sunday night we're gonna be going over the games for Monday. Rex Burkhead does catch the ball out of the backfield. Let's look at that. Let's take a look. I mean, he's not Dion Lewis, is he? Let's take a look. I have to assume targets out of the backfield more are going to go to more would go to a back like James White or Dion Lewis than would go to Rex Burkhead, right? He had 15 points last week, right? I'd have to assume that one. Cool. All right, cool. So let's get it in, man. Let's have a good weekend, man. Y'all hold it down, man. And also, I'm going to suspend the YouTube, and we're going to be jumping into the VIP. So if you're in the VIP, man, stay right there. If you want to get in there, it's very simple, man. Go to the website, www.dfsweatshop.com. Upon your paid subscription, I will allow you into the very best group online. We can get it in, and we can chop it up. Much love and peace to you, and keep it 300. We are out. Peace.